Damn, it's good to be back. The wait is over. The arena roars once more, and the legends return to the field.
Oh my god, there's no way.
So huge!
The best are already sharpening their skills, and the rivalries are burning hotter than ever.
Oh my goodness, what was
Wow! Every play, every push, a chance to carve your name in history. Somebody stop this man!
Oh, the blossom!
And she drops onto Makiri. It's a one clip to finish the kill. And that's two from Kowsers.
This is where stories are written, where every legend leaves their mark.
And the body block. Able to get two.
Oh, that's a fine grab. What a grab!
And then Bruce out. He gets three.
With history on the line, do you have what it takes to emerge victorious? Welcome to United Rogue Overwatch Season 9. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. It was a brief intermission there, I believe, from Emerald, but now we are here in Sapphire for our Week 3 New England versus our Washington team. I am Ajax Soupcan, and I'm joined by the awesome Mountain. Mountain, we both are very interested in this matchup, considering, you know, your Vancouver squad doing very well. New England is kind of getting on their heels. So, you know, both these squads looking to try to take that top standing.
Yeah, I mean, New England looks pretty good. They're kind of like rolling right now, I'm pretty sure. From what you told me, they look pretty good. I'm just hoping that we have a good game here, frankly. I just want to see some good Overwatch be played.
True. We've already been told that New England won the coin toss. They are going to defer the map pick. So Washington has taken the classic bread and butter. We're going to Lijiang Tower. I used to have a spreadsheet set up for last season to figure out map pick rate, and I didn't set it up for the season yet. So I can't say, but I'm pretty sure Lijiang has like a 90% pick rate across all the leagues.
We played Ilios once, but yeah, that's all right. Ilios is higher than Lijiang.
Wow. All right. Well, I'm talking out of my ass already. We're not even starting map 1. This is going to be a great night.
I mean, for War, who do you think are like the big star players on War so far looking through the year?
So far, honestly, first off, you got to talk about Pigeon. Pigeon is new to the squad. Quaza was on here, but requested a drop, so they grabbed Pigeon. One of the players that I really talked about a lot last week when I bootlegged the game was Sunline. Sunline was on the Emerald team for War, and, you know, like you and I both know, the rank distributions from last season to this season, Mountain, way different, buddy. But going from Emerald last season now to this new Sapphire, where everything has been, you know, elongated. You've got the Masters and the Diamond players in there. Sunline has been pulling up. Like, I want to give that man so much credit. I think the rest of War has been built pretty well around, you know, getting your supports, getting the tank, the DPS. Sunline for me has been like the big, like, holy crap, they're doing great. That's my big, like, Washington pickup. I think the rest of the team is very good. It's going to be interesting to see so far how they play into this New England team, because New England, they're 2-0, right? They had a very close game against Nashville and a pretty close game against Dallas week 1. So now, you know, you got to go against War, who's off a fresh 3-0. I'm interested to see how these teams match up against each other.
Yeah, and we have a Weeing ban coming in here. So I guess we're just going to be default to a Lucio mirror then. Probably Lucaria, if I were to guess.
I would like to say so. Cuddle, if you look at New England, they I don't remember, a whole lot. Gonna be honest. There it is, Cass. But what I do remember is New England likes the ball comp. And so if you're running ball comp, you would prefer that Lucio speed in there. So I think if you're already planning on having that Lucio and you want to try to target, one of War's better characters, banning the Wu Yang I think is pretty smart.
Yeah, and I agree with that. We have a cast ban coming in from War as well.
That is fair. I didn't talk about New England's star player, but it's going to be Damon. I don't know if you've seen that guy play, Mountain. The dude's kind of fire on the hit scan. I'll be honest. I'm a fan. We'll get to see probably a little bit of the Soj. Huh?
We're probably going to play Soj. It's probably going to be a Soj Kirilu, if I were to guess.
I would imagine so. I like how New England has been rearranging their comps to fit around what fits their playstyles. Feels like some teams haven't figured out that identity yet.
Yeah.
So it feels like New England understands the game, understands the game plan here, and so we're gonna load up. We get to start, and I think is this my favorite part? Control center being my favorite part of Legion? I don't know. I might be stupid for
wild. Dojo point's the best point. That's not even mine. Mr. White Room, bridge boops. Come on, lock in.
Yeah, you know what? I just gotta retire right now.
Yeah, dropping himself is cooked. It's over.
I'm gone.
We have a ball comp coming out from New England here, like you were talking about, and this expected Soj Kirilu with a Venture.
Yeah, flattery with the Venture I kind of like. And then this is, again, similar to what we would have seen here. Sunline probably going to get the TP out so they can swap over to Tracer, who, again, you need to keep a good eye on. I think that's going to be primarily your Venture's goal, is just mark Tracers that can't go in deep. But we're going to start map 1 on our control center here. Ball is already in servers, pushing out. Gonna miss the rollout on an own now, but is in the back. So now,
oh, good boom! Oh, that's so dead. Oh, that's so unlucky.
So just gone. Welcome to you on Pigeon. This is your first match, and unfortunately, you got railed, brother. Suzu from Cash trying to keep everybody up.
Yeah, they just got forced back with the ball with the early pick. Not really much you can do there.
It's good to see War was able to understand, like, hey, we're down. We gotta just back up. Give them the early % progress. We can start going through. I think if you're going to play against this ball, you got to be careful of how you're positioning. Cash finds Damon. That's a big pickup.
I think Lucio comes in peel and Cuddle.
There's Sunline coming up big. There's Cash finding 2. Hold on. This should be War with a quick flip. They're going to have to deal with the ball, though, who gets to just swing around the point.
Yeah, he's going to put it life probably, and nah, he's getting out.
Oh, can he get to the Mega in time? Yep, able to get the Mega, able to get out. They can try to get that boop there at the edge, but 25%, not bad for the first little bit. Oh no, is going very deep.
He'll be fine. He has Kiri pocket on him. He'll be chill. I would watch out for the slam though. Nah.
It's Sunline in the back trying to take on this Lucio Venture who have snuck their way into the back, and they found Pigeon because of it. The Suzu was just a tad too late.
Kiri's gonna get traded though. Kiri traded. So is Soj. Soj got traded as well. So
the slam could be big. I don't think Oh No has form yet. They need to try to sustain just a little bit longer while Sunline holds the point.
Oh, the Lucio gets hunted down and found, and the Rom's gonna get shot from behind.
Sunline missed the pulse, unfortunately, but able to get a little bit more percentage out of it. And honestly, with using Pulse Bomb there, I think you're fine, right? Like, that's just a cooldown. That is not an ult.
Yeah, plus, especially if you find one with it, you're able to turn the fight and maybe make it winnable. So, it's like not the end of the world. Ball goes through. Oh, the Lucio's off. No.
Oh my god.
That's a crazy
now Washington's going to have to wait longer.
They're going to be walking into a mines here. That's extremely scary if you're Washington. If they rush early, they can just venture out return. Big mines.
Well, we got the and Venture all coming out. So far, Venture's taken 1 out. Venture's taken 2. Flatter Weevil coming up with the ult. Mines really just, it didn't feel like it needed to get a kill there. It just forced them into a tighter space where Venture could find that value.
They're all going right here. They're going right super aggro and kill the Lucio early. And with Ramo, they're walking aggro. Can they trade the... No, they cannot trade the Tracer.
Oh, but they get puddles.
Unlucky.
Washington has the man advantage, but the Venture's in the back. Suzu keeps Cash alive, but Cash is separated.
This is dead.
Vincenzo's down, and now the beat. This could be winnable. There's a rush coming out from Cash, but Cash is falling lower and lower thanks to the ball. Riptide finds one. Oh,
Cash
it's
is gonna
straight.
chase here. He's gonna. I can't. Wait, it's an.
A late rush. This could be flippable. This could be so flippable.
Oh, amazing beat. Oh my god. It keeps the round alive.
in the fight.
Adventure.
Pulse goes out. And now it is just the ball. Is the reinforcements from Nev going to be able to come make it back? I don't think so. They're just going to give it up. A lot of ults were used in that. You're coming out. You still have both railguns ready from these Soj players.
I mean, it's basically just going to be who has better aim here. Like, you have even OCs, and then you're either just going to farm up mines or venture ult, and the Soj is going to down by the ball. Rom's half, can't get caught. OC first from
Now OC should just be able to burn Rom even in form. But Vladimir finds Cash in the back.
They have the later OC. Maybe they can walk with us?
I don't think so. Everybody's dropping lower and lower.
Really big boop from nobody right there. The ball is doing so much right now.
And the mine's just to ensure they can't get in. Sunline, maybe a desperation touch. Not unable to do it.
This is a pretty promising first point from War. Like,
Oh, yeah. They need to just understand no matter what happens, every fight, there's going to be at least one or two members of New England just off on some flank, off on their back line. And either they need to deal with that quickly or ignore it completely and rush on the isolated remaining members. If they can walk as a unit, a 5 against 3 is pretty easy to win, I'll be honest.
yeah, I agree with that. I think the primary target is you just walk in the Soj every fight if you're War. Like, if you force out, like, the Curie abilities, that leaves the Soj all alone with only Slide, and then you can just chase them down with your Lucio Tracer.
We're going to see Oh No swap from the Ram over the Orisa, getting the Spear, hopefully to stop a little bit of that momentum that it feels like New England has, which I think I like. This helps them walk more as the unit as well, like we were just mentioning.
Yeah, but New England has point control currently. They immediately one point, and the ball is just wreaking havoc in the backline, forcing so many resources and health.
New England playing this very smart. They understand that once the point control is there, they need Washington to walk into them, and then a boop, getting them onto the point. Ooh, but a spear gets Riptide off the map. Lucio's traded.
Currently.
Sunline able to find Cuddles. And now they're looking for the Soj. The Soj is so low. Pigeon finds Flatter. And this, what I thought was going to be a quick flip for New England, ends up being Washington able to take the early percentage here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they Lucio amped the Orisa, and the Orisa just kind of walked forward and speared the Lucio off the map. Like, that's just a brilliant space, like, management. And the ball is taking a lot of pressure right now. This is Orisa's half. They're forced a lot of cooldowns. Forced out Bell.
Flatter going in alone has to be careful, especially with this Burrow coming out. Dash out. Now everybody's off on this side. Spear goes wide, unable to find another kill on the Lucio.
Nobody's going to have mines to go for behind here.
That's going to be massive. Still just rolling around, not popping it yet, but here comes a rush. And nobody goes down fast. They really focused him out just to ensure that those mines could not go up.
Are they going to be able to find more picks here? If they find a pick here, this is going to be in a really good spot for them. If they find
That's
the
a
Lucio.
great stagger from Sunline. Again, this is what I mentioned, before the map started. Sunline coming up from Emerald, staying with this War franchise, has been doing great in Sapphire, even with the ranks up.
Yeah, Sunline's actually moving right now. The Venture's going super deep here. Are they going to go for an offensive
Oh god, moved into a corner, and no cooldowns means Flatter goes down. War has really elevated their playstyle with this Orisa.
Yeah, I really like them with the Orisa here. That's a big slam. I think they can still walk here, like 4v5. They have cooldowns and ults.
Ball coming in, probably dropping the mines. There it is. Bacon Bits drops.
Oh no, Bacon.
The slam forced him off of the wall ride into a mine, and here comes the rush. Nobody finds another. Orisa ult comes out and gets nothing.
Yeah,
If you're watching, you just die on point.
Well,
Gets the pulse on a Lucio for something.
Alright, Sunline, see how good you are. Come on, win this one before. Okay.
Oh.
You like that?
But honestly, you use Pulse, you use the Orisa ult, you get to force out 2 of theirs as well. So you're going to matching beats, matching the OC. The big difference maker, we saw Flatter Weevil do really well with the Venture ult last time.
They're lurking for one. Like, they're playing for it right now. Yeah, they're going to go for a Bolt Slam, I think. Oh,
Pigeon takes out Damon. OC is gone, but now here comes the double beat.
There's Venture ult chasing down, and he gets speared.
Stop! Oh my god, this is Washington coming up big with these ults. Damon will be able to get back soon with their own OC, and there's not really much defensive tools left. If they decide to pop it here, it could be big. They need to deal with this Lucio on point.
Wait. Oh, they didn't get the boop off the map.
Oh, they got it! Vegabits gets nobody out! And now it is
too.
It is Flatter Weevil. Surely you get the 1v5. No, you do not.
War looked really good that point.
Oh, dude, what a big comeback from War. I'm already liking how this series is turning out.
Yeah, agreed. I think the Orisa allows him to play at a way better tempo than the Ram does. Like, the Raven consecutive or cooldown is way different than Orisa. You can just, like, walk forward, hold space, and the ball can't really do anything about it.
I'm interested to see. I mean, personally, I'm plat tank, so my tank knowledge not necessarily. But I see more people often than not taking the bubble perk when you're playing ball. The longer slam, when it first came out, messed some people up because you already know the timing. You can get the sleep off and get the boop off. Then, with the extra time, it's a little harder. We're gonna see a Far Mercy here.
New England's running Far Mercy. I think that might be a good answer.
Bubble, it stops so much of the boops. Like, I'm surprised nobody didn't take it, especially on such an environmental-based map.
Maybe they could just prefer the slam, make it more like kill oriented.
Maybe, but with this Far Mercy,
we gonna be doing work, and nobody finds the boost.
Pigeon up.
Yeah.
Sunline going into the back.
Well. Oh my god, they got another.
No. Oh, and there goes Bacon Bits. Just reset. Just get out. Pigeon swapping over to the Ash, trying to get a little bit more of that hit scan pressure onto this Far Mercy, which I think you're going to have to watch out for.
I wonder if they would even, want to go double hit scan even.
Sunline, I'm pretty sure, is a pretty decent hit scan player. If you are going to run that, though, you got to be careful because you're leaning so heavily into that. You're only looking at the sky. That leaves ball with so much opportunity to just run you down.
Yeah.
Pigeon able to find Cuddles, though. The res is going to come out. All right. Damon dropping low. Nobody dropping lower, and they get nobody. No res on the table, and so now New England has to back out. Are they going to be able to find another one? Bacon Bit's coming up with another. And this will be the flip.
That's the worst play. They have to play to just punish the ball. Like, they're not going to be able to kill the farmers with only one hit scan. They have to either find the Kiri Soch, stack, or just kill the ball.
Ball's already gone on the back, and now trying to get the boops in. Gets Bacon Bits a little bit, but Bacon Bits able to survive, get out. Sunline dealing with Damon, it seems, but now's the Kiri.
They have Barrage. They brought all the original live to
Oh, no, it's so low. Slam, not able to get anything, and Pigeon finds Riptide. The Mercy is gone from this Far Mercy, and now, oh no, finds Damon. This is Washington coming up with the picks. Sunline contesting.
They win the fight. They spin the far also the original lives and they manage to just punish the backline for it.
Ball stalling as long as they can, but I don't think you want to do that. I think you want to get out here, so that way you give your team a chance.
Oh my god, what a spear!
What a spear!
Oh my god.
No, what is there? The Susan was too late! This is Washington coming up massive in the kill feed. Pigeon takes out Cuddles there too.
They have 5 ults too.
And now, no more is the Pharah Mercy. They instead are going to lock the Pharah onto the Soj as Flatterweedle swapping over to the Venture now Genji.
I kind of like the Gen.
No, you don't! Genji's dead! You don't like it!
Okay.
Pulses out. The res is there. Oh, big horse ult.
The ball just. Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought ball was off map.
They were talking about that perk. That perk just saved him, so.
Yeah, that's true. But War is in their spawn. Nobody's going to have to get ready for a touch here soon, and he's already so low HP. He doesn't get the mines out.
They get a touch with the Lucio, but it's not gonna be a good one.
Bob is in Narnia at this point, unable to do much. There's a rush coming out from Cuddles.
Wait,
That is a scattered fight.
Lou got punished. It's the those he doesn't come in. Yeah.
Mines are on. It's kind of the desperation. It's gonna find one. Nobody's finding another.
Wait.
This could still be winnable. It's just nobody has to survive, but with a tank and Tracer on him, I don't think they're gonna be able to make it. And this should be Washington taking map 1. What a great adjustment from this Washington team.
They're playing so much faster with the Orisa than they could with the ROM. I think like that's the biggest difference so far. It's still not just 27-1. That's the game.
This ends now. Let the Kitsune go.
And they can't just kind of get walked out.
I would hope so. Are we not live? Oh, we are still live. Okay. Technical difficulties on the side. But I would think I would like to see that. But if you wanted that, what is your adaptation here, right? I think both teams are playing very well. The big question has to be New England and their adaptation to where do they go. You know, they're not strangers to losing a map, right? They had that close series last week against Nashville, where they lost the first map. No, they might have won that first map. No, they lost that first map. I forget. Everything's crazy.
Pretty sure you said they lost and they won it earlier.
I think they lost it because they had to have 2 subs for that first map. They were missing some players. So this is not the first time they lost map 1. You know, it's nothing to sweat over. Collect yourself. And, you know, honestly, one of the things that I want to talk about Doge for, you know, Doge is the GM of New England, has been GMing for a couple seasons now, and has the mentality of what we've seen a lot of the times is put your rookies into power positions, right? Like, this is a team of full rookies, minus, I think, Flatterweevil was maybe a sub once or twice last season. And, of course, Jackal, who has been playing very well with this team. When you look at this, this is then, you know, the rookies here in New England versus War has a couple of new guys, right? We get to see, oh no, Pigeon and Cash for the first time, but Sunline, Bacon Bits have been here for a little bit. When we look at this team for New England, because it's rookies, I don't know these players that well. I don't know who's shot calling. I don't know who's the one keeping the tempo up, calling out ults, making the game fight plans. Who do you think, as just a generic role, should be the one stepping up saying, all right, you know what, it's fine, let's regroup, let's continue, here's the game plan?
I feel like it would be the ball player, no? Like, the take is usually the IGL, but it's also, it could be the Flux DPS player. Like, on teams that I've been on, the Flux DPS player calls a lot of the plays. So, I would like to see probably, like, either Damon speak up and, like, I think you just got to keep your mental in it. That's what I think. I think that's one of the biggest parts of this league, is just keeping your mind in it. Because if your mind's in it, you're going to play better. So.
I like, now that we get to see Coliseum, we're getting pushed out early here. I know New England has scrimmed once or twice. They scrimmed against Detroit very early on in the season. And I think this is one of the maps that they kind of fell back on as a comfort pick. So Coliseum here being the map choice for New England. So far, it doesn't seem like they want to sub Jackal in yet. War not having their 6th man yet. Oh, no, I lied. Jackal is in for Flatterweevil. They're going to bring Jackal in, who, again, another player that was in Emerald last season, bumped up to this Sapphire League, and has done fairly well.
That was he was their last pick, right? He was the
Yep.
He was the second to last pick. I thought it was Mr. Irrelevant. Shout out NFL, but he was not, unfortunately. I wonder what they're gonna play then, because doesn't Jack play primarily Reaper?
Typically, the Reaper has been his comfort, and honestly, on maps like 66, he's gotten a lot of value. You know, that's where they got to play both Dallas and Nashville last week, where they have Jacqueline on this Reaper, which typically I would see the long range, you know, but he finds that value. Blossoms are great. We're going to see New England ban the Ash here, targeting that hit scan potential from your DPS duo of Pigeon and Sunline.
Yeah, plus they're going to play Cassidy probably. So the Cassidy's now unbanned for map 1. Can't ban it for the rest of the series. So, ready to be impressed. It is a ball ban coming out from War immediately. This is a pretty good ball map, so.
I was going to say, I wonder, because this feels like a good ball map, but we still have Escort, Hybrid, and, you know, Flashpoint. I wonder how they're going to find, they need to get this value out of the ball ban, because if not, they can continue to play ball on some of these other maps, and honestly, ball on Suravasa, sometimes if you're not paying attention, goes crazy.
Ball on Flashpoint is kind of a, like, insane duo, but they gotta have, like, a plan, in my opinion, so.
Assume so.
How was the ball gonna work? I guess no, they're just gonna play, like, I guess Rom then, or, like, Orisa with the Reaper?
Maybe. You know, Oh No has what I assume is probably the deeper hero pool. We saw them flexing a little bit. We saw nobody kind of stick to the ball a bit more there, but nobody, you know, has a couple other tanks in their roster, right? Typically the ball player. I think I've seen a little bit of Diva from them on 66 when that comes up. So without the ball, are you still able to play that, you know, comp that they've been working with, maybe with a Diva, maybe with a Ram? Are we now swapping to more of the brawl style instead of this just scrappy, send your players on these flanks, let's go in?
Yeah, I feel like they, like, do better as a brawl comp, with especially with a Reaper player. Like, you can kind of play Reaper cast and just set down any, like, jump potential that they might have, in my opinion. Like, you can't, I don't think playing Tracer is that great into cast Reaper. So you can get one tapped way too much and punished.
Like, I mean, you know Cuddles is going to play the Kiri. You know you're going to have the Reaper and the cast. So Sunline might have to make some adjustments. But we are... I don't know. I think if you are War, it's not necessarily the end of the world, right? I think you can still find some of that value. You might not need to get pit. You can play a little bit farther back if you're Tracer and just poke them a little bit, right? All you got to do is just draw the attention away. You don't have to worry about getting picks. As long as you're creating a distraction enough, that can give the rest of your team, especially the way that we saw them on this Horse Lucio comp, run in, right? And find that space, find that value.
Yeah, I think it's just going to come down to tempo again. Like, if they're able to slow down War's tempo of playing super aggressive, I think they're going to be in a good position.
I also am finding out it's not Cash. I've continued to say Cash. It's 100% C#.
That's what I thought it was, but I just assumed you knew better than I did. So
I just saw the letters, and I think my brain was like, Cash. Yes. Cash for RP was the first thing I thought of, so it was just shortened to Cash.
For RP, bro. This is not GTA 5, dog.
Dude, I thought it was happening. I don't know, man. I don't know their life.
Neither do I, but, like...
Listen, we got some crazy names out here, okay?
That is true. We got Adbel number 69. Shout out that guy. I got to go.
Oh, God. All right. Let's see.
It is
Nobody on the
Ryan.
line. And Oh No on the Monkey. Bacon Bitch back over the Wu Yang, which has been a very solid pick for them. Oh, no longer on the Monkey. Yeah. Monkey, I think, before even looking at it, you know,
Yeah,
Damon
Monkey
on the
is not
cast
fun.
now, Jackal on the Reaper. Monkey is not going to have a fun time.
As a Monkey player, this meta is not super fun for Monkey. So
Also valid. All right, well, map 2 gets underway. Washington is up 1. Let's see if New England can have themselves a comeback here. As we start rolling, both teams immediately heading into point. Sunline is, in fact, sticking on the Tracer.
I want to see what value they can get out of it here. Like, I guess they can try and pressure, like, the left side and not allow them to take angles super early, but New England took it super early with the Ryan.
Ryan is going to have to be careful. It doesn't matter. Damon's going to have to be careful. Nobody gets a pin out, trying to keep themselves alive. Jackal uses Wraith, and there's the TP. So New England just having a hard escape. Hold the S key as Washington immediately starts taking some of that forward progress.
They just have to stabilize here. They just wait for their
Jackal goes down.
And then Lucio? No, Lucio lives.
Already Washington looking very comfortable on this map. You know what? They just needed a warm-up round, it felt like. Because so far, they've been in the driver's seat for what feels like the last several points. Pin goes in with
a lot of
form.
pressure. Ryan already have. And Kiri's so forced out.
Jackal and Damon, the DPS for New England are popping up big here. And it seems like nobody is, in fact, going to get Bacon Bits out. So now that is going to be the fight that you want.
That's the value of the Reaper. Like, if they don't have form and they don't have, like, a lot of armor, the Reaper can, like, 3-tap around. So, they just gotta make sure they kite the form well. And I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Ults are coming up pretty quickly for this New England roster. The only thing that they're going to have immediately is going to be this Annihilation from Oh No. Who has to pop the ult first here?
He's going to be forced. They forced out Bell. I think they're going to go aggro. David finds a pick.
Oh, and the pin, it's a duplicate of rushes, but Oh No got pinned in the back and they're taken out. Now you're fighting a 3v5, and Damon finds Jackal for the solo blossom.
Oh my god. They're going to get a lead here as well.
New England.
They have New England has 3 ults. You have to do a good shadow here. And make sure you beat the Ram ult to live.
You see the shield come up already,
pinning
in, but you're dropping so low. But
they
it's a trade, though. The front damage of this cast Reaper is so much, and now Jackal finds another. Pigeon gonna pop OC, but there's a beat and a Deadeye to make the space and give him the health points. Sunline is gonna find Jackal, who didn't get it, but Damon, we're using so many ults.
Wooying ult, oh, the massive Wooying ult from the Trey. They're just gonna clean up well. They got forward though. They're gonna get another fight before they even clear forward.
That was an expensive fight, it felt like, for both teams, really. You still have Pulse, you still have Annihilation, but you got to be careful of this Shatter. As soon as you see that shield go up, all you got to do is kite around it, rotate, and you can get so much value. Pigeon is over the cast, by the way. The Shatter only gets 1. The Susie keeps him up. Now nobody's dropping lower.
That's gonna die.
That backfired very quickly. Oh No, still low HP, but wants to help try to confirm the rest of these kills. Is going to find 1. Bacon Bits for another. Jackal does not get out with the TP, and Washington has a very solid team fight. Only using Pulse.
The barricade is on the move. Let's go.
You have to farm up rush here, I think. You have to get a good rush and rush point to mitigate it.
Sunline causing a distraction for nobody. Now nobody coming up on to the point here. Already half health. Oh No, popping form. Pigeon takes out Riptide.
Lulu. And the Ram's gonna die as well.
The Annihilation just to ensure the kills here. Damon dropping lower, but trying to steal the bot a little bit. Unable to do so. A big Annihilation from this Washington team.
They're coming back with Blossom Rush, though. They're gonna trade rushes, and maybe they can find a good Blossom opportunity. They don't really have anything to punish the Blossom. You force out Belt and the free Blossom.
Let's keep this lead.
Especially if you can get the slow with the Vortex, they're not going to be able to go anything. Here comes the rushes. Deadeye pops out to try to stop him. Here comes the Blossom. It's fighting too. New England with a great set of ultimates there. Pigeon unable to find anything with the Deadeye. Dropped several players low, but it doesn't matter when you have that Rush Blossom like you had mentioned.
Yeah, that was a good ult trade for New England too. They trade 2 for 2. Now we're only as Wuying. While you're coming back with High Noon and you're nearly gonna have beat here as well.
If you look at Sunline, they're building close to the pulse, but who do you try to pull? Like, you have to try to go for the cast, or maybe if you want to try to confirm the kill onto nobody, chunk out so much of that health. But there's so many players that can just avoid it. You have Wraith, you have Bell, you have Lucio who can speed out. We're gonna bubble the Tracer to go in. Here comes the beat. It gets 2 down, and the pulse is out. Oh, Lucio. Damon using the Deadeye, unable to find anything.
They traded their ults well, and they're still in this. So they need to just kite till their round's gonna run down. Yeah, the Kiri dies. The round's gonna die next. Stagger point. Wait, Jocko traded. Jocko traded.
Is he gonna be able to get out? He has the. I don't think he gets out. He's got the Wraith. He tries to go back in.
Oh my god,
finds
he got
one.
Pigeon.
Ooh.
This allows New England playing so much more aggressive now, though, too. Like, it's gonna be a 3v4 here. If they gotta pick on
They
Sunline.
quickly find Sunline. Damon has that second perk up now.
One of the best perks in the game, by the way. I love that perk.
Oh,
It's so fun.
100%.
But-
It's such a great addition. I think that Nano giving the speed boost as well. Great perk addition. Ash getting the, auto control dynamite explosion. Another great one. But, the additions here are going to be big. Recall forced early.
They have
Force
roam
one
ults.
deactivated. Sunline dropping lower and lower, gets healed up by Bacon Bits.
They're up to
Here comes the annihilation.
They don't know.
Dropping lower, lower. They get nothing with that. Now here comes the rush. They don't even need to expend their annihilation. They've already found their picks. They've already found their win. Jackal finds one for the road. Damon finds one as well. And this should be Sunline just getting out, but they need to be careful because this bot only has a little bit before they can take the lead again.
They're clearing out the Tracer. No, I'm not sure if Tracer gets a touchdown that they got forced out.
I don't think so.
Oh, they rushed early. They high noon the rush. Oh, it's a massive high noon. They trade.
Here's the annihilation from nobody. They've got a bubble on an oh no. Blossom's still gonna find 2 though. This is New England coming up big with their ults. Jackal finding 3 here. That is massive. And
Yeah,
Sunline
Jackal's
here.
Bigford look really good.
Sunline just continuously forced out into the back, and you're forcing your team to fight a 4v5. It feels like Sunline needs to come back and find something.
They could be aggro if they really want to, or beat to sustain.
Jackal dropping lower, has to pop the Wraith. They need the healing
they're into
badly, but
beat.
oh no finds them. Beats out to try to turn the fight, but nobody doesn't have form anymore, and they get taken down. The beat trying to be aggressive, but unfortunately you're already down so much, and this is Washington starting to clean up that fight.
I mean, now you just lost your ult advantage that you have. They're coming back with cast ult. They can use that to zone and just try and force space. They're gonna have to win 3 fights in a row though, and I'm not sure how realistic that is on Push, the amazing game mode it is. I love Push.
It's gonna have to be up to your DPS to build these ults, but primarily you need to find those picks early so you can win those fights. All New England has to do is just stall for time. There's just a minute left on this clock, so it's coming down to some of these last fights. Pigeon dropping lower and lower is taken out, so that dies off the table.
Can they trade the realm though? No, they can't.
They can't. Damon and Cuddles coming up. Bacon Bits probably going to get staggered there. And now, if you look at these ults, it's not looking good. They can use their own Deadeye to stall and waste more of that time. They have the Annihilation and the Rush to try to finish up on those kills.
They can bubble the Tracer in as well. Like, that would allow someone to get much more value than just a regular Tracer. It would be zoned off much less. It's a high noon from above. You don't see that high noon.
He gets taken out. And now here comes New England's Rush and Deadeye. Chunking out some of these members. Pulse goes wide, unable to find anything. It is a desperation bubble. They can't find the Lucio, and this should be New England taking the map.
Yeah, that's gonna be a map for New England. We're gonna be 1-1 here.
All right. Tied series.
I think
I
New
think
England's
that
gonna must. No, you go.
I was going to say, I think that what this map came down to was the ult usage. You saw so many
Yeah.
finding little to no value. It's where you find the one or two that wins you the fight and continues to, you know,
Just lost him. What a
lead into the
blast.
next one.
It's beautiful. I think New England was able to play their pace much better as well. They're able to play with the Reaper, play slower, and play to blow up the Ram. And they're able to blow up the Ram much more often than they were on the ball comp.
It felt like also War just had a lot of positioning issues. You know, I'd mentioned Sunline just far deep into the enemy. And that forces you to have a 4v5 where you're already at a disadvantage. Then you take the ult into consideration, and Sunline, you know, as good as they are as a player, unable to find some of that value on some of these flanks because, you know, we both mentioned it before the beginning of the map. We know there's going to be a Reaper. We know there's going to be a cast. That Tracer loses so much value instantaneously.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected when you're playing Tracer against their comp, to be honest. You're going to be zoned off so easily by the Lu, Kiri, or even just the Reaper, like, alone. You can't even, like, predict your engages correctly because of how much denial there is. It's just kind of, like, a super unfortunate spot.
So now it's War's pick. They've got Escort, they've got Flashpoint, and they've got Hybrid. Honestly, I think something to consider would be trying to go Escort now to get rid of New England's comfort pick of 66. They've played very well on it both times. They've put it into a series. Having it out now, while, you know, it's still 1-1, right? You still have a chance to win those next two maps if it doesn't go your way. I think that could be big for them, you know, in the late game, especially if they win it. You're getting that free map win, and you take one of their best maps off the table.
Do they know about that, though?
That's going to be a good question. Does our War knowers, do they have ball knowledge?
Well, thank you for making me aware. I'll make sure to use this in the future. But
Don't you worry. I got all the insights, casting and watching some of these games.
yeah, he's the knower. What can I say? But I feel like where would you realistically want to go? They're gonna probably default back to the ball comp.
I mean, if you look at our map pool, right, we have Jibby, we have Shambali, we have Rialto, and then, of course, there is 66. So if we look at that Escort route, you want to try to find the best value for you. War seems like that better brawly type, so maybe they don't want to go Escort because it requires a little bit more of that. Maybe they want to try to go something where it's almost like Kings, where it feels like they have an advantage, you know, in the hybrid. But I honestly... Shambali could be an interesting pick for War if they want to deny the 66. I don't know how ball really plays into that map, but I don't think it's going to be the best comparatively to something like Gibraltar or Rialto even.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna go Kings or Shambali. I feel like ball's just better on like all those other matches besides Midtown. Like you can play Rama Midtown and be fine.
But we are going to see C#, not Cash, for everybody watching. Has locked in New Junk City, so we are going to see the Flashpoint coming out now. And I think this does lean into Washington's strengths, where they were able to just play as that cohesive unit and just run it down at New England. I'm going to be interested to see. I think Jackal played really well there. I think Flatter played very well in the first map. It's going to be interesting to see, do they make that swap again? Maybe they even swap out Damon for Flatter Weevil.
I don't know hero pool, so I cannot comment on that. But I like the Reaper cast comp a lot. To be honest, and like New York City is by far the worst ball map for all the Flashpoints. So I think this is a good pick actually.
It's gonna be hard for New England to run that. But you know, we saw nobody start on the Rhine, you know, not find a whole value, instantly swapped over to the Ramatra. And it felt like they were a little bit more comfortable, right? You know, we saw that nobody has the comfort with Ball, Diva, and Ram. Those are the heroes that they, you know, prefer to play. And so when you see that Ram matchup, it was very even. It just felt like the rest of New England had the momentum and had the awareness to deal with the rest of Washington, so that nobody seemed to be in the better position overall to get some of those more picks, get some of those value. And so having New England with now keeping this lineup potentially, I think that Washington just needs to maybe change it up a bit. I think they need to find an adaptation somewhere.
I wonder how Venture will play against that comp instead of the Tracer. That's like my crack pipe theory of the day. I am an enjoyer of Venture, so.
Oh, I'm a big Venture. Were you a Venture enjoyer when we brought foliage out on it?
No, it's better than the Bastion. Better than the Bastion. So
that is true. Apparently, Havana Ruby are certain terrorists because we
they are
keep running Bash
cornballs.
and Sim.
It's a thing of all time. Let's just say that. But hey, we lost Sipa better, so gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but again, we had mentioned this before the game. Vancouver, y'all are still what 1-2. You get Choco back. So Ruby talk aside, we get to see, I believe, New England still debating their roster. I think that New England keeps this lineup. I think Flatter Weevil played very well in the first map, but having that Reaper cast, I say that War could instantly just ban the Reaper here, right? Just knock Jackal out by the legs.
I guess this is not a bad Reaper map either, so it make kind of sense too, unless you're gonna try and ban like a Lucio or something. Like I could see a Lucio ban also.
That could be pretty good because we've seen Bacon Bits on the Wu Yang was doing pretty good, and we've seen it in other series. New England said they're good, and now they're not. They might still be making some roster swaps. I wonder, if they go with the Reaper ban, right? Would Jackal would have to play probably into the Tracer and try to just mirror Sunline. Who, based on what we've seen so far, right? I know you haven't probably seen Jackal on Tracer. It's not bad. Where would you get that edge though?
His Tracer and Trials wouldn't be bad. I think he'd want to play closer to your team, and play more of a supportive role Tracer instead of trying to take the straight up Tracer one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jackal plays Genji as well though, so I guess if you want to say more brawly, you can play Genji as well.
They are making a swap. They want what?
Weevil in on tank and nobody is out.
Okay. That's something I don't think we've seen at all. Now Weevil is supposedly a Masters 5 tank. Did not know that. Fun factoid of the day.
They put tanks in trials mainly because I only put them on tank and trials because I was looking for a tank player. Turns out I didn't pick one up. But that's besides the point.
Oh, the unfortunate tank drought continues.
Hey, I'm laggy. Unironically, it might be the
tank is deadly.
And it's the Reaper ban, yeah.
There it is. Okay. So, looking at the sheet, Flatter Weevil prefers the JQ, the Ram, or the Sigma. I think you want to go maybe the Ramatra Mirror here into War, but having a JQ might also not be a bad idea. You might have to worry about where C Sharp is, for just, using Suzu and watching for a lot of the bleed, and then of course, JQ's ult. But I think if you want to try to get some of that big burst damage, you have the shotgun, you've got the axe, you've got the knife to pull them back in. JQ could be, an interesting pick here.
I think the more interesting question is, what are they going to ban? Because you can't ban Wu Yang here. Banning Lucio would nerf yourself. You're not going to ban Kiri if you have a Kiri player. And then,
right.
I guess, if you're going to mirror the ROM, you're not going to ban the ROM. So
unless maybe, because I don't even think you want to ban the ROM, because if you do, Ono goes back to probably the Horrors. And I don't think New England really want to deal with that, considering how well it was on, the first map with Li Zhang. You might just have to try and target, a different tank. Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
might have to be a Kiri ban, if anything, because I think you still want the speed. Riptide, we saw the Lucio, we saw the Mercy, but I don't know. I think maybe you might put yourself. Cuddles has played Ana here, and it's been fine. If either of these teams have Juno Brig, that works very well on this map. But I don't know. I think this New England ban is going to be very hard to try to figure out where you can find that value, considering the DPS has been taken off the table.
Yeah, I wonder if it's ban Horse and play JQ. Ana ban.
The Ana ban just comes out. And I don't think either team was really going to play Ana here. Is this a hog? Do we get to see a cranker?
Maybe it's just like a throw-out ban, like we're not going to play Ana, and Ana counters the comp that we might want to play. So, but I don't particularly know.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am. I think best case, I think you might be right. I think that they are looking to play something that just instantly gets countered by an anti or a sleep. Nano does, wonders for a lot of these players. So it's going to be interesting. We are loading up New Junk City here for map number 3. It's tied 1-1. There we go. Game had a little bit of a delay to it.
I was like, what's happening? I'm intrigued what New England plays here. I'm extremely intrigued.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've seen Flatter on tank as well.
Yeah, they play some Sig, play some Ramen tryouts. Outside of that, I'm not really sure what else they would play. Malga, okay. That makes more sense.
What are we doing?
That makes more sense with the Ana ban, actually.
Yeah, okay. Already locking the Diva, though.
They might have the read here. Wait, War might have the read on the Diva comp.
Jackal's on
the
Genji,
too.
Okay.
But you might be genius at Loki outside of the Malga.
This is interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to get the map underway here. So far, just based on comps, I'm feeling Wars a little bit more. But again, I think Sunline might struggle here on the Tracer to get in and find the value, considering just how bulky and defensive this New England team is.
I feel like it's much better than before, though. Wait, Sunline might be able to get a pick. Crazy bell. Insane bell. Now they're going
super deep. There's Suzu, but he's already half. Yeah. And he's gone. Pigeon fighting 2 off rip. Jackal is trying to 1v1 Sunline in the back. There's Suzu, but I think that Washington should be able to clean up the rest of these kills while C Sharp getting.
Yeah, we will down the JQ now.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Even with the JQ, you have to be careful of these Suzus.
Riptide kills Bacon Bits on the off angle with the help of Kiri.
A little bit of overextension there. Jackal now mirroring the Tracer here.
It's Diva can get forced out super easily. They're going, Kiri just dies.
Sharp already down, and now we're seeing the flip start to happen. Oh no, Half trying to go in. They bait Suzu out. Suzu's out early, but Damon finds Sunline.
That was an insane boot by Riptide. I cannot have booped straight into the Casa de Luis. Jackal gets traded though by Pigeon.
Oh no, has to play a little slave. Ooh, oh, big Suzu to keep Pigeon up. Got pulled in from the knife, but able to get kept alive. They're waiting. This Watch team is 5 up. They're looking to try to take out Cuddle. Uchi's early, but the beat counters. But they still find Cuddles. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And now Bacon Bits gets flashed, but has the Diva right there, and the flip comes immediately back. They're looking to take out this Flatter Weevil.
So no. Someone
takes out one. Flatter Weevil takes out another, is down. I'm having a stroke. English is hard, but with the point already taken up to 80%, I don't know if there's going to be an easy recontest here from New England. They might have to just go next.
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario, you walk in, you force out an ult or 2, and then you just dip. Jackal gets the touch.
Jackal versus Sunline on the point, but Damon is down early. Suzu used
Wait, we're
Both
missing all
just-
Wait, what are we doing?
They're layering the supports, but they're winning the fight.
Cuddles
Someone
killed
is taken
someone.
out. Meanwhile, there's two.
Dude, how did they
Oh,
just...
Cuddles is so
how did
low.
they just... Cuddles falls.
Okay.
Man. What?
TP's out. Flatter Weevil trying to find something here with the JQ ult, but unfortunately, just staggering themselves out. Damon is going to find one.
Damon's not
It's the
gonna find
dead
one. Big kaboom! Oh my god, what a move!
Finds it. Oh my god, wait. I still don't think
say
this is going to be
it doesn't
enough from them.
Dude, what just happened that fight? How did we invest 4 ults? We invested 5 ults that fight, Supcan.
Listen, sometimes you got to go for the hero plays, and sometimes less is more. This is one of those times where it feels like less is more.
Yeah, less is usually more in Overwatch.
Well, that will be the first point going over to Washington as we head into this second point where New England already has solid control over this point. Jackal on the flank, but has to run into 4 members of this Washington team. Meanwhile, oh no, alone on the point, getting chunked out. Cuddles takes out Sharp.
The Diva's taking so much damage as well. They're zoning off the heals. Yeah, Diva loses mech. They're going to just go in for them. Level gets
Why do we
traded.
goes down, but there's a lot of low members on this
Pigeon
team.
finds Damon.
Now you're fighting a 3v3. Jackal has to get out, but unfortunately finds Sharp, who's ready with the kunai to that face. And what seemed like a very easy fight for New England is quickly turned.
Yeah, they just went so deep. Someone misses pulse. I think it actually maybe got TP'd. That's a carry moment, but you're walking into bomb and OC here with only high noon.
Last time, Riptide able to get a good boop to help find that value
Level's
for
getting forced down.
Damon.
OC down main. So much pressure. They kind of will though.
But
Don't
they're
get picked,
so
don't get picked,
low,
don't get picked.
able to keep Flatter Weevil up for just a second. They need to stabilize so they can come back in.
They built up their own ults, but both teams are gonna have both support ults with bomb.
Oh,
Pigeon
but Damon
finds
goes down
Damon
early
again.
again.
Dude, Pigeon is 15-1 right now, by the way.
Yo, Pigeon, an elite pickup for this Washington team. Jackal goes down. Pigeon, 16-1.
Actually, I'm
But,
a Keter right now. That's crazy.
But
they both
getting
have
the
both
pick of
support
the
ults, by the
century.
way.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to see a big rush come out here.
Are we
but
gonna
it's
see
just gonna
another
get
5-0
mirrored.
fight?
We might. Rush
Big
gets mirrored.
rushes.
David goes down
Finds
again.
Damon again.
Going for the 3rd time, I think, in a row. Pigeon dropping lower, lower. Here comes a late beat, but a beat to help counter. Sharp, I don't think got beat there. Was able to get taken out early. Bomb to stall.
That's a good bomb.
Riptide goes down.
3 points.
Recall gets used early.
So what you need to do here, the cast is back with high noon.
They
Wait,
have to give up this point for a little bit.
Wait, this is low-key winnable.
Sunline low HP goes down to Cuddles, and the flip is there. And like you mentioned, we had a very expensive team fight here.
Yeah, that was a 7-0 fight, by the way. That's crazy.
And now you can see Pigeon already close to the OC. You see Sunline and Jackal both have pulse. If you can find a pulse for either team, that's going to be massive here. Recall on Sunline forced very early. Oh no, has to use the boosters to get out and reposition. Ooh, the
Jackal's
rail.
looking for a pulse right now.
Damon.
Nah. Walking down main here. Can't really. You're gonna take a
Jackal
lot
coming
of
behind.
walking. You have to go on some. Yeah, they coordinated the backline
Pulse
jump.
goes wide, but here comes Sunline goes down without using Pulse. Oh no, Pulse got used, but it's wide. Pigeon finds one. Oh no, out of mech, but still find
Oh, no,
Cuddles.
kills-
It's trades for teams.
3v3. The JQ's alive.
Pigeon goes
isn't it?
down. Having the tank here is a big advantage for this New England team.
This is no winnable for war.
Now that Sunline's back, Bacon Bits
The bell from
gets the
Supercharge.
Suzu.
They have to kill. They have to try to
need-
kill now if they want to win this. They're gonna have quicker respawns. Jackal is back. You must heal this here. You have to
Riptide
kill
lower
this
and
here.
lower.
This is
There
next.
it is.
JQ next. JQ's absolute here. Good beat from Bacon to keep everybody in it. How does
Ooh.
the JQ ult? They have a lot of sustain with the JQ ult, but the JQ's gonna fall. Wait, JQ kills Bacon. He's
Without
still
the-
alive.
And now here comes, oh, Deadeye could nothing here. Washington still able to hold on and find it,
What
putting
a
them
fight
up.
from Washington. It down their tank, and they managed to turn it.
I mean, that's just great awareness from Washington, able to continue and have those comms of, okay, I need to step off. You got to keep the, touch still going. They managed the overtime clock so well. They used their ults to find so much value. And now we get to see the Zarya come out. They want to hard counter this Diva. We see a rush early. They want to stop this push before it starts, and they're going to find Riptide.
I'm not sure. That rush worked out, but you're ulting 15 seconds before point opens.
And you only kill a Lu who gets back pretty fast.
Yeah, they're gonna have a touch here if they really want to go for it. Jackal's lurking right here. Can he maybe find a pick? I didn't force
Not
out
against
by everybody.
3.
And they
All
get
right.
Points.
Oh no, dropping lower and lower. Decides to go in. Has the bomb for the remake.
Should don't. The Zar can die. The Zar's so alone. The Zar's so alone.
Everybody's
Lucia's with him now.
isolated. Here comes a rush from Cuddles.
They have beat as well if they want to sustain this.
Pigeon gets
They
taken
find
out.
Pigeon. They're forgetting about point. Yeah, they're on point now.
Now they get it. They were focused on trying to find the Elims first, but Sharp gets the only
Sharp's
TP's
dead.
2 inches in front of themselves, and Sharp goes down. And, yep, there it is. Ono gonna swap instantly, saying, you want to play this tank gameplay of rock, paper, scissors, let's play it. Opting to go to the Ramatra.
I don't like the ults for War here. They're only coming up on OC and they have pulse. Both teams have pulse, and you're running into a beat high noon here.
Grab is building up faster and faster as well, so they're gonna have to play that very careful because Bacon Bits is nowhere near a beat.
C-Sharp's gonna have to hit a crazy bell here. They're gonna pulse grab. Okay, never mind. They just pulse. I'm lying.
Oh, and Jackal takes out, or Jackal is
yeah.
taken out. Here comes the Deadeye to
Behind
try
us
to
is
zone him
Spain.
away.
If they go for a boop here, it's winnable. Oh
They
my
don't
God,
even need
they
the
can
boop.
spot.
Spider Weevil, half HP, getting topped up. A grab here could be
Yeah.
deadly, and they find it.
Fuck.
There's one. Oh no, gonna drop. Surely. All right. New England here, gonna find a point win on New Junk City.
I think your cope for War is that you forced out 3 ults that fight, and you're coming back with your own 3 ults for the next point here. And
They still
that's
have
what
beats.
Flashpoint's about. Just
It's
cycling
all
ults super
the
well.
ult management. It's
Yeah.
tempo and ult management, which is going to be more prudent here because, again, you really only have beat, which they soon can mirror, but you have to worry about the Tracers getting traded. Here comes the rush. They're looking to collapse on
I'm blocking
Damon.
the back line. I can't find the cast though. They beat this. Oh, they beat. Can't reach the Zarya. Oh no. Not
Damon
the
is still going to
player.
find Pigeon, though.
They're
A
trade
skirmish
back.
for the point. Damon dropping lower, and with Sharp coming in, they're able to take out Damon.
They're getting touches for this though.
Slow on a Riptide. Riptide should go down here. Sharp finding another, and now New England has to back up. You trade
wait,
beat for
wait,
rush.
War, yeah, War only pressed 1 Q. They still have 3 Qs. This is really good ult management from War, in my opinion.
Sunline continues to try to look for the pulse onto the backline, but continues to get caught out. Here comes the beat. They want to be aggressive.
Missed
Pulse
the
goes out,
Can
goes
they
wide.
find this cast? No, they can't find the cast.
Now a rush
Yep.
to recontest. This could be New England coming out big here. They find one. Jackal on the point, trying to take out. Oh no, but now has the Annihilation give themselves extra sustain. Deadeye instantly takes out Sharp.
They're playing, yeah,
It's-
they just win the fight here. Even with getting 1 with the OC, I don't think it's turnable.
It
Sunlight
is
took
just
Jackal, though.
Sunline.
Okay, so you know that all advantage I was talking about no longer exists.
Gone.
Slide is-
It's with Aaron Hernandez now. Gone forever.
That's a crazy calm.
What do you
Love that for you.
mean?
That's amazing. That's a beautiful calm. We are 75 to grab, and that's the only ult we're even close to.
Yeah. We
So,
saw
like,
how
this
much
is a
value
big-
Grab got up last time as well. Washington needs to be very careful. Percentage almost getting tied. They need to find an early pick so that way they find it.
They
Pigeon
found
swaps
it.
over the cat and takes out Jackal. But Flatter Weevil just walking in on Pigeon. They leave Pigeon behind.
95% on grab too. They're gonna forget to grab this fight. Who are they gonna grab? Come on, grab this board. Come on, grab this board, please.
They might not even need to. Oh no, dropping lower. Gets the Suzu. There's the
That's a
grab.
big grab. Hit the Kiri. Yeah, Kiri's dead. They're gonna kill the Rom next. Yeah, it's over.
This should be a win here for
Oh,
New England.
Buffaloes.
Sunline is able to find one, but I don't think they're going to be able to do much.
Oh my God, it's white. No, they recalled into it.
Suicide!
No.
No. Oh,
That is
all
the
right.
greatest win in Trade Tracers.
And now it is a tied map 2-2.
Now you have your beat High Noon walking into their rush, which means you can kind of just force the rush to get 0 value.
Attack the objective.
I think so far, Flatter adopting the Czar has been what's really been the game changer here. So much charge means that the front line cannot stay where they want, even though Ram has a lot of sustain with block and the armor. A rush is used early from Sharp, and they're going to find one. Bubbles are forced out, but I don't think they're going to be able to take Flatter Weevil out as a quick percentage is up.
We still have beat High Noon. We're gonna get rushed as well this fight. What do you want to see? What do you want to see happen here, DPN?
I would like to have beat used aggressively here. You know that they're, getting close to these ults, but if you can win the fight early and continue that tempo, you'll have your own rush, you'll have a Deadeye. If they can have a beat early, here it is.
Yeah, here we go. We're walking with High Noon now too. Yeah, that's a
It
really good
is.
High Noon ult.
They want to be aggressive with the ults, and they found their picks. It is just Sunline holding on to the point for now, but I don't think they get to make it out alive. Recall back on the point, stalling for just a little bit more
They got it at
percentage.
10 seconds off that. Now you have High Noon and Pulse against a beat Rom High Noon. Oh,
It's going to be
this
hard.
Rom ult.
The rush from Cuddles might have to be big here. They want to use it early. There it
Yeah,
is.
rush first.
They get the aggression.
I knew that,
Pigeon
I knew
drop
that.
low. The beat just a second too late. So the Deadeye finds no value. And now beat able to try to keep them up. Pulse goes out, chokes out a lot of members of this Washington team.
Damon kills Sunline in this as well.
And now we get to
Damon
see
kills Bacon
the lead
too.
flip for New England. They are holding strong on this map.
I mean, the Czar
Grab's
is
gonna be the big. It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
the Czar's been doing work, and now they're almost at a grab. All you need to worry about is grabbing the Annihilation, so you don't have to worry about it. You can kite around it. They need
You're not
somebody to
gonna
touch.
kill
They're setting
anything,
Sunline. Ooh, Sunline has to
Oh,
recall
this
out.
is gonna be a big grab. This is gonna be a really big grab. The Czar's gonna walk that. Yes,
They don't touch, and Sunline goes down.
They greeted Romo though. They have Romo. And they're gonna kill the Czar with Romo. This is winnable. Very easily winnable.
No recall from
They don't go
Jackal.
for the kills.
Here
Damon
comes
High Noon
Deadeye.
with the pocket. Oh, he gets
Damon
picked by
gets
Pigeon.
taken out. And now you use
Yeah.
that grab, you use that Deadeye for nothing. All they really needed there was the Ramatra ult and a little bit of kiting. And you're going to run into a rush. You're going to run into a Pulse and a Deadeye. New England's going to have to play very smart here.
They need to get a touch too, and Sunlight's marking the Tracer already. I don't think the Tracer can get touched super well here.
Able to
Tracer
get it
barely
last
got
second. Here comes the rush and the Deadeye. They want to take members out fast.
Wait, they're
Unable to
looking
find
through
anything.
the-
They're going to splatter.
no,
Tank
lovely.
down. And now Pigeon
Pigeon's
coming
gonna
up
drop it
big. Sharp going to find one at a very close map 3, but it will go in favor of Washington, putting them up 2-1 in the series.
When war needs him most, Pigeon steps up, and I'm pretty sure it gets a 4K that fight.
Again, this is Pigeon's first series in UR, and so far, they're looking pretty damn good, if I say so
He's
myself.
making a name for himself here. Oh, ew. That's disgusting. The kite.
Show me something more. Show me something more. Skibaloop.
Good job. Let's go. Alright, if you're New England here, do you go back to nobody, or are you just confident in what Wevel just showed and you stay with them?
I think you need a win, right? I think hybrid is one of those maps that you can really see going either way. I think you want to swap nobody back in on tank and play the comfort pick. They go Route 66 here. They've won it both of their Prio series. Jesus, English is hard tonight. And I think you need the win. You know, I'm sure their mental's fine, but you need that rally. You need to come back and get your momentum back. And I think they go to 66 here. If you're looking to ban somebody, I think it might be an odd ban, but ban Tracer. Force Sunline off of something that they haven't played because it's just been Tracer every single map.
What are your thoughts on a Sochman isn't worth it though? I guess maybe a ROM ban, but you'll be worried about the rest of that. I think the Tracer is probably the best idea.
I don't hate the Soj ban. You know Damon has a very good Soj. I think here, if you are New England, you know you're going to want to try to get Jackal on the Reaper, which, like I said previously, finds value in what appears to be a longer range map. You could cut Lucio here if you're War and take away a lot of that speed, which really ruins what New England likes to play here. So maybe New England might want to try to ban Akiri, put Cuddles on, something else, maybe like an Ana, and force Sharp to swap as well, but also keep your Lucio in for that speed, for that tempo.
Ana's good on this map too, so I feel like you'd be completely fine taking that.
I think your big bans here, I'm personally feeling like you want to ban either the Kiri or the Tracer to try to maybe protect some of your DPS for the Tracer, put Sunline on a different character, but also the Lucio, if you want to keep it in, banning the Kiri, because we've seen Cuddles Ana in the past, I think that protecting your speed for the comp you want to run is very prudent.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think a Kiri ban is probably the best ban here, and then after that, just like a DPS maybe. Like I don't. It's the Numbani.
We're going Numbani.
They're saving route for map,
but
Wait,
they can't. If they lose this map, they can't go to 66.
Nobody's not gonna take it well.
Okay, all right. This is the ball coming back out. Maybe even we get to see a Diva Mirror here.
You hype up their 66 so much, and then
it's one of their best maps. They played it really well, and I don't know why they're not going to it. Maybe they've scrimmed and played on Numbani before, but I don't know. This is an interesting call from New England.
I wonder, maybe this is like their trick up their sleeve. Maybe they know they have a strong Numbani that they're worth gonna try it.
I don't hate it. So now, okay, if we go Numbani, then do we still potentially see the Kiri ban?
I feel like, yeah, why wouldn't you? Ana's still like playable on this map, especially first point and second point. Like you can set up so well on Ana on this map.
Does Riptide have a Brig? Because Ana Brig really strong on this map. I'm seeing some Brig out of him, but it's typically the Lucio, Bap, and Juno in their top 3.
I feel like, wouldn't you still want to keep the Lucio for your Reaper player, though?
I would hope so. We're going to see a Diva ban. So now this gives War a chance to go for the DPS or the support.
This has to be, what, a Lu ban then, right? Probably?
That's the first thing I thought of. You just instantly cut that speed out. Riptide, I just mentioned Riptide has Juno potentially. Again, the top 3 in their hero pool, so you still have that ring. It's not as prudent as a Lucio speed, but it still can get the job done. And we've seen Sunline and Pigeon both with the hit scan potential and keeping the space. It might be harder without the speed to get Jackal into position without taking huge chunks of damage.
Yeah, plus banning Diva here, they're gonna play ball then probably, right? If they're banning
I would
Diva.
assume so.
How would you play around that?
I think Pigeon on the cast, you could be fine. You have the slow. Maybe Sharp has, the Ana. I think Bacon Bits here sticks the Wu-Yang personally as well. This is going to be tough.
I guess you could have your chaser try and mark the ball super hard now instead of trying to have them just dual middle. Because that was like the big issue on Kahlo is that they're not playing a ball. So what are you going to do as chaser? You're just going to die on the off angle.
Where do you find the value for this ban if you're War? I mean, I don't know. I think New England backs against the wall. I personally, yep, there it is. All right, we see the Lucio ban. That I think made the most sense. I don't know. Like this is only week 3, but compared to last season, we had a 10-week season last season. You know,
yeah, it was a long one.
This time last season, if you are in week 3, you're up 2-0, right, in Sapphire, you can afford to start playing around and testing. You can take a loss here and there. It's not the end of the world. Now we only have 7 weeks. So it's a shorter time frame. And so week 3, we're basically already in the middle of the season. Having some of this experiment, on your side is going to be interesting. War opts into defending first. I personally like the attacker's advantage here, but I can understand what War wants to do. They want to hard stop New England from getting anything, and if they can get a full hold, New England's mental has got to be shattered.
Yeah, I feel like you would rather have the ball team defending first though. Like they're gonna play ball. What is the ball gonna do on first point? Like
he's gonna hang out. He's just gonna hang. Like you can almost play it monkey-like, where you just swap between the high grounds, but it's gonna be a lot harder. I don't know. Maybe we don't even see the ball. Well, all of a sudden, nobody might just has a monkey.
Why would they ban Diva? I guess I would work with monkey then. Maybe it's just a monkey player, and this guy's the GOAT. I would like to see some monkey.
That is true. Where's my oh no? Yeah, I mean, top 3 for oh no: Hazard, Ramatra, Winston. So oh no, can lock either the Hazard or the Winston here and get a lot of value. Nobody, I think, with the ball is gonna have a harder time here. Because Diva's out, do you want to try to run Ram on Numbani? I don't really think so. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Nah, you gotta play ads here. I feel like plus a monkey against New England's comp just dies too. Like Cast or Reaper, you want to play Winston against Cast Reaper?
True. This might be the biggest brain play coming out. And again, this is New England facing a potential first loss of the season here. Their backs are against the wall. They need to come up big. Numbani is the map choice. We have the bans, just waiting for the readies for the team. So far, I have been really enjoying watching this Washington team. I watched them last week, watching them this week again. I'm really liking how this team is set up, especially with this addition of Pigeon. I think it's a great pickup. They've been doing so well for their, starting match. I'm really liking this War team.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well. It's been a fun time to watch. They have a lot of playmaking ability, which I really rate. Through mainly their DPS, but C Sharp has gotten his ones. Bacon Bits is playing that main support very well. Oh no, he's playing Ramatra and getting kills. It's about all you can do from a tank. So.
And I think, not to discredit New England, they've been playing pretty well too. It hasn't felt like at any point that these maps have been totally lost, right? I think the only one you could say that would be Lijiang, where it felt like War really stepped their game up on those last 2 points. But so far, the other 2 maps, it seemed winnable, right? We just saw New Junk City go the distance to all 5 points, with, Flatter Weevil coming up big with the Zarya pick. But War just had that clutch potential within them. So I think New England, they just need to reset, come back. They clearly have some sort of a game plan here. I'm interested to see how they execute on it.
I'm intrigued to see what the ball can do. That's my biggest thing so far. And even Riptide off Lucio too.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. I think you have to see a Juno here because your team wants to play with speed so bad with the ball, with Jackal on Reaper. You know, Cuddles and Damon on the Kiri cast. I think you don't need to worry about speed as much, but getting it adds so much of a benefit. It's I don't know. I'm still just baffled at the Numbani pick. I really am.
Yeah, going to Bonnie without a monkey player or without a wants play monkey is kind of crazy in my opinion.
Why is everybody in the bathroom? Man, just do your business.
Bro, do it while they're also in the bathroom instead of staggering it. All right, I don't know how much more filler we got, so let's see.
Well, I mean, what's interesting enough is this for filler. New England going into this week, both in Sapphire and Emerald, were 2-0. And New England Emerald, you know, we just saw on the main broadcast earlier, they got their first loss. New England in Sapphire facing their first loss right now. The franchise still doing fairly well in the standings, but
That's like us. That was like Big Uber. Been there, done that one.
Oh yeah. Seems like
We are
players
going
getting
in
ready.
finally, thank God.
All right, map 4, New England's chance to start bringing it back. Let's see what they've been cooking up in the lab. I'm sure they've got a pen in the pad.
That's a banger line. I cannot even lie. That's some bars.
Shout out Recon for saying that one 24/7. It's that and 2 phones, one for the plug, one for the load.
What a guy. That's my cranker.
I love that, man.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no on the Winston. Okay.
All right.
You might be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, especially because not only what we've seen so far from this New England roster, Jackal's on the far to start.
I like that. What is that? What does a Tracer do in this comp? Like just harass Ana?
You might have to, but you've got to imagine Damon and even Riptide is going to be like conjoined at the hip to that Ana to ensure that they are not. You know, Sunline's going to be playing Tracer. It's the only thing they've been playing all series. So you've got to understand at some level to protect your Ana like they're the president, right? You got to play Secret Service.
I think Monkey works better if they're not playing Reaper though.
That is true. Nobody slamming in already. Already half HP, has to back out, and now Washington is just holding their space. Sunline dropping lower and lower, has to back out. Nobody on the high ground. Bacon Bits missed the boop, so now nobody gets to live up there for free.
Bacon and Damon booped up top. They're gonna give the full high ground to War. The Monkey contested it. Kirino
Drops off for a
TP.
second.
Oh
Monkey
no,
jumps back
cycling
up,
this high
drops
ground
lower.
really well.
And he continues to just go up and drop instantly, knowing that once your there it is. Once your supports are out of LOS, you can't do much. But Damon's still able to find the pick. Suzu used from Sharp. Good.
The Pirates in position now to pressure the high ground really well.
Setting the rockets in. We see Sunline now over to the Genji.
Wow, that's
Oh, no, almost has Primal. But it gets dropped. Oh, 10% away.
I like the Genji a lot better than the Trey, so
Yes. I think that's a good adaptation. Unfortunately, they will go down, and now you
someone gets popped. The
unfortunately.
cat's gonna die next.
All right, New England, fairly fast attack so far. Point A should be going their way. They leave the point. All right, thank you, Cuddles.
You have Nina Barrage here. He has the floating or the movement perk. That's beautiful. Love to see that.
I think Bacon Bits, you want to try to keep the brig to keep the ball away from where you're going. Sunline gets taken out instantly.
taking so
They're
much
still
damage,
investing
too.
rush, but
They
mines
mines
are
up their
in.
back line, so the monkey just insta-dies. And then barrage.
You use mines
New
and
England's looking
barrage
pretty
to
good.
really just separate and chunk down this team.
I feel like they got Primal, they got a High Noon, they got a Rally. Who's this Nano gonna go on to? Damon? Or like the ball?
You might have to save it for desperation, right? If somebody goes lower and
Yeah.
lower, then you can just send it to them, keep them up in the fight. Big slam comes out. Pigeon trying to find something with the Deadeye here. Everybody's kiting. The sleep is out, so they can't get slept through it. Primal's out. They want to look to boot people off the map, but here comes the Nano on a Jackal.
He's on the Ana. Ana's gonna die here to the Primal. Yeah, he's getting juggled.
There's a trade for
Here,
the
even.
teams, but here comes Rally. Bacon Bits finds Damon.
What can they do?
Boot the ball, keep him away. And now everybody collapsing the ball. Oh, unable to get the grapple up in time.
No. This bar is getting a lot of free value. I like the Ash swap from Pigeon here.
Yes,
Ash
that's
plays
going to
a
be able
lot
to
better.
contest that a lot easier. Along with that, because you're on a ball comp, there's no easy way to protect the rest of this New England team. So they have to play their positioning so
The ball's
careful.
behind. The ball's behind.
Pigeon
I'll
getting
pressure
taxed.
Pigeon. I would like to see the Brig on the top here instead of playing low ground. Yeah, the Ash just died because of that.
And
And
Damon
it's something
finds
like
one.
well.
This is New England stepping up big. You mentioned it before, but this might have been a secret map they've had in the back pocket where they feel very comfortable here because they are looking deadly so far.
Yeah, New England might actually just have that clutch. I cannot even lie. They are actually might be like that. Bacon is off the Brig going onto the Wu Yang.
I think I like that more. You're
like that
taking
more.
so much poke from the Pharah,
like
it's hard to
touches.
keep yourself alive. Bubble out on a Damon. Blade
The gold
comes
keeps
out.
alive.
Oh no is down, but there's mines. The
It's a
DPS.
3v3. It's
Wait,
Mine's
hang on.
59.
The mine's just holding the cart. Sunline having a two-main blade, able to find some value there, but unfortunately the mine's just doing a well job of controlling the cart.
And oh no, it's
Sunlight
on
now
the
over to
Orisa.
Freya.
When did that happen? I guess it happened last fight. They're on an Orisa Freya. Okay, these guys are cooking in the back. They're gonna be walking into a High Noon barrage here.
Slam goes in, gets feared.
Nobody's taking so much poke now. He gets out.
Able to get kept up by the wave. Jackal looking for a flank barrage. They need to be careful. The rush is out. The slam comes up. Nobody's still in the back. There's barrage.
Big
Comes
barrage,
up.
the
Is it
flank barrage.
again? Great Suzu to keep up
That's
Bacon
gonna
Bits.
trade. They trade the cast, but then it's a for 3v3. C sharp goes
Nano
down.
Ball is able to
Nano
slam
Ball
Sunline out, and
Freya.
now it is just oh no. And this cart is creeping closer and closer. You might be able to build Bob, but I don't think it's going to come up in time. They still have a Deadeye to zone this out.
Luckily, they traded well the fight before. They're able to force their supports back, and they find the Wu Yang.
This should be Washington holding on just at the very end, but Ball continues to hide and lurk in the shadows.
Can he maybe find a pick here? Dude, where are you gonna see? I was over there. They have Ori, ult, Bob, and Wu Yang. They can go super aggro here on the backline if they want to. They buy the shield perk too. Oh, Jack was getting pressured out. He made
Get
his
popped up. Ball building closer and closer to those mines. They might just force the mines on a point to split up this team. Bubble on the Sunline. We've seen it a couple times. The Pigeon goes down.
Oh, they blink on that
They-
tracer. They missed. They didn't hit the one clip. They're able to carry the
Oh!
tracer. Riptide finds two in all of this. Wait, they're not gonna be able to use Bob.
New England doing a great job
They
of
can't use Horse Salt
tempoing.
either.
And
they
now
have
the mines are on point.
Yeah. Bob touches. Sunline dies for it. Bob's gonna die fast though.
High Noon still holding out. It's going to find Bob and Sharp. Pigeon finds one, but with a minute 15, that will be New England capping all 3 points.
Yeah, they look really good on that attack. I don't really get giving the ball team the advantage of playing attack first to be able to set the momentum. But
You know what? I think I've said it a couple times now. I was very confused when initially we saw Numbani, but you had mentioned it. It might be the sleeper pick up their sleeve even. And so far, it feels like they're pretty comfortable on that. Only really getting stopped, it felt like, on their push 2, maybe 3 times.
I mean, if you're a dive team, which New England is, you're gonna love Numbani. This map's so good for dive.
And so now it's up to Washington. What adaptations can they make? We saw a no on the Monkey, and so far, Jackal's been sticking this Pharah. Not the Reaper, so Monkey may still find value, but you're going to take a lot of front damage from that cast. Pigeon staying on the cast to start. No Ash. Sunline with the Freya.
I want to see Pigeon go Ash here with the Sig.
I say we have.
Oh, they're on
Nope.
horse.
Okay, we're
Never
going back to a
mind.
horse.
That
I was
makes
going to be
sense.
surprised if we saw the Sig.
I kind of like the Sig on this map. That's my hot take.
Oop.
Attackers incoming.
Doge's PC probably exploded.
R.I.P. Doge. He'll be back. Yeah, I like the Sig be able to take top left here and set up your double hit scan on the angle.
Ooh, nobody's in position for a slam. They don't know that he's up there. Gets the boop. And now, Bacon Bits dropping lower and lower. Gets the Suzu. We are going to see the Sig instead of the Orisa.
This is the power of the Sig. You can kind of just like force so much pressure. Bacon gets caught by the Wu Yang spam.
Sunline is going to be able to take out Jackal. So far, it is a trade. But I think if you're War, you still want to back up here. Sunline on this off angle. Not getting pressured out too much yet.
They have to fully heal them. They can go back in for a fight. Forcing, they reset back top though.
Sleep goes
Pigeon
wide.
finds
Pigeon able to
Demon.
take 1. Pigeon finds 2. But an anti sets up for a Pigeon kill. You have to be
Yeah.
careful of the ball who's able to
They're
stall
able to
out
force
enough.
Jackal out here. Jackal dead.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sunline swapping over to the Freya, I think, is a great addition. Help put more pressure on that Pharah.
With the ball too, you're able to put, if you hit 2 bolts in the ball, he has to basically disengage.
Hunting them
So
down.
it's a really
Bucket
aggressive
up
ball.
comes
Demon's-
out. They're going to be able to
Dead.
find 2. And this is Washington continuing the momentum. Nobody in the back. Sunline finds another.
Yeah, this is what I thought the issue with the ball. You kind of just get walked out if they're playing any sort of poke comp or like even brawl comp.
Nobody gets the slam.
Big
Doesn't have mines
slam.
quite yet.
Yeah,
Takes
you
a
can force-
lot of those crossbow shots.
Yeah, War's adapted super well on this attack.
Brock goes wide, unable to get anything, but Jackal still half HP, needs to get topped up. Ball in the back, closer and closer to mines. The ults are on board. Here comes the rush.
Big slam.
Mines are
gets
out
forced
now.
out. The Sig is full separate. He rocks a mine. That's aura. I cannot even lie.
Oh no. Has
so don't play-
hands.
don't play
Sunline
back, don't
still
play back.
finds Jackal.
Wow, what a play. Nice forcing out the ball as well.
Here comes the Flux. Able to find 1, but they use Bubble and Nano here.
They get no value with the bubble. Can they find a pick with a high noon? Oh, the ball
Yep, they
sets to high
find it.
noon.
And they Cuddles nanoed Riptide when Riptide bubbled themselves. So a miscommunication between supports costs you both your ults and leads to a quick fight for this New England team.
Dude, they're gonna have a 5-minute time bank.
Or
going to third.
Washington. God damn it, English is hard tonight.
The
Don't let
ball's
me
gonna go
speak.
for a slam. He's forced out. Don't hit the rock.
Rock
Hit
goes
rush.
wide.
Oh my
Rock's
God,
able to
goodbye,
find
goodbye.
1.
What a shield!
The shield!
Oh, no.
The rally is still here, able to keep the rest of
Yeah,
this
they're gonna
team
get
up.
put. I'm doing top. Can they find a pick? It dropped. No,
No.
I can't find anybody. Bacon's gonna die though. It's a 3v2 on point.
Ana holding up. Sleep hits the shield. And nobody on the ball is getting
Ball's
chunked out
dead.
more and more. We had mentioned a fast attack from
They have
New England,
4.5
but Washington's
minutes.
having it way faster. Pigeon finds another.
Dude, these adaptations from War are cooking right now. They are moving.
They understand the game plan. They understand ball is too far deep. Let's focus and run down the rest of this.
And
New England
nobody's
team.
off ball. He's on the Ramatra.
I think that's a great swap. You need to
Yeah.
help with this front just pressure that it continues to happen. Pigeon has a Deadeye here. Gonna let it rip.
With Deadeye. He gets poked out super badly. Can they trade nobody? No, they can't.
I don't think they would be able to. Hands comes out to try to keep nobody up.
Yeah, they just
Rock
gotta kite
goes
here.
wide.
You're gonna
Pigeon
be
now
walking
over to
into a
Soj.
Nano.
Oh,
Oh my
sharp
God, they
takes
found
out
Damon.
Damon. The Suzu just a second too late from Riptide. Riptide over to the Kiri, by the way.
When did that happen?
I don't know, but Sharp goes down.
And then
And now we have a Nano Ram.
They full kite. It's fine. Alright, we got a barrage here. I feel like not barrage. They have a flux. I feel like you kind of try to use this flux to swap off. Like honestly.
You want to see if you can find any value with it. Maybe set up a Bola Flux combo to really try to take out these New England members. Damon and Jackal doing such a good job of using the high ground, but Suzu's out early. They might be able to use that to their advantage if you're War. Here comes the Flux.
It's a good flux. Only hit the wrong. Gotta hit the far too. It forces space though. They're gonna be walking into a barrage rush. High Noon and Rumble though. Oh my God, they found the auto.
Autos go down, but they can still flip this. Here
Jackal
comes
finds
Barrage,
one with
able
the
to find one. Nobody dropping lower and lower, goes down. Deadeye trying to buy some space, but the shield is up. The Rock! Even with the Rock, the Deadeye still goes off and finds Oh No. I think you might have to swap now if you're Oh No. Run the Rom mirror. They're sticking the Sig for now. There it is. Okay, I think I
run the
like
Rom.
the Rom mirror here.
Yeah.
It gives your team a little bit more of that pressure.
I
You're
feel
gonna
like,
have a dirty bubble.
dude,
Rom
Nubani
leading.
third is actually where like 4-minute time banks gonna die. The amount of times I've seen 4-minute time banks get turned into 0 minutes is actually insane.
It is true. Suzu's out used early, so is Anti. Here comes the bubble on the Ramatra. They've already found one, but it's a trade.
Find the Kiri. They're gonna be able to kill this.
But there it is. The
Nano.
Nano Annihilation is up.
They're just trading
But they just
backwards
kite
right
it. He's too far deep. The Annihilation gets nothing, and now nobody dies on the point.
now. Yeah, that Rom swap is massive, actually.
And now Pigeon has OC. Sharp has Rush.
Yeah, this
Nobody
is
has to
looking
swap
good.
back over to Ball.
This is looking really good for War right now.
Washington wants to
They
have
go
an
aggro with
even
OC.
time
They
bait.
slide in with OC.
They find
Pigeon
one.
finds
They get the
Riptide.
rush. Oh no, dropping lower and lower. They need to keep him up. Pigeon goes
Damon
down.
finds Pigeon. He died.
Pigeon gets taken out though. Oh no. Still managing to live. And this is where the ball swap comes in handy because you can stall for longer and longer amounts of time. Now they're under a minute. They need to kill this ball.
Too. They have both support subs.
Ball should be
They-
able to swing
they
back
get a
around and touch.
They do get a touch. Kiri's gonna die for it though. It's a big one.
Skadon goes down.
They don't get a touch.
Jedi fights two, but they don't touch
It
the
doesn't
point.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
The ball gets forced off.
Both of these teams looking so even right now on this Numbani map. Now you have a
And
minute
it's
to a
gonna be
minute and a half.
whoever adapts faster is who's gonna win this map. It's just a game of adaptation back and forth. This is just good Overwatch that we're seeing.
Oh wait, no, I typed that in the wrong box.
Good job.
Thank you. There we go. Gonna do that to try to salvage the workshop code logs for this match. I don't know if I can, but I'm trying anyway. Since Doge's PC exploded.
RIP Doge.
Ah, yes, I now am owning the game. Time to just ban all of New England.
What investment do you have in this? Come on.
Yeah, I'm honestly, you know, if War loses here, that gives us a chance. You know, that puts them at 1 at 2, gives us a slight better chance for Havana Sapphire. But Honestly, I think the only other real attachment I have to this game is, I live with Doge. I've known him for I don't even know how long at this point. So seeing them win would be great. Seeing them lose would be funnier.
That is new information. I did not know that. That's fair. This ball's gonna go for something. Yeah, this ball's going for a sneaky play.
Jackal on the Genji instead of the Pharah here. Now both teams have the double perks. Washington with the lower time. They have to attack first. Big slam comes up.
Jackal's gonna force up very
Oh,
early.
Jackal goes down.
Finds Jackal, and they hit the rock. They're gonna kill the ball as well, maybe. Ball goes
Gets
for
the
a
slam.
Flash?
They're looking to just buy time. They need
gonna
to
kill this
get
cast, maybe?
Jackal back in.
Wait, this guy's just living. Never mind. That's fine.
Cuddles dropping lower and lower. Riptide as well. The supports for New England going down. Sunline on this Tracer. Already popping up big here. Pigeon finds Cuddles. Washington,
Ball's gonna go for
even
a
though they
touch
only
here.
had a minute, they're already going to
Just
cap
through.
A.
Objective A.
See how far they can get it. There's no real big ult advantage besides 85 high noon, and then you have 80 rally. If you can get a really early high noon, you're just gonna pocket your Cassidy through it.
Jackal swapping over to the Reaper. They've
I
left
don't
all
know
the
about
blade
that.
percentage.
I don't know about that.
I think if you want to just try to rush in and hold it close with your ball, then you might be good.
The
Gets
rock
the
plays
boot.
off map. Oh, what a boot by Baker.
Oh my god, what a great rock and boop coming out from War. Now Damon might get caught out here.
Like, we still have high noon. We can step our cast top with high noon and then have a rally on him as well. Wait, Cat's getting poked out of him when I'm lying.
Jackal now on the Reaper has a lot of this pressure up. The rock goes in. Jackal not too worried though. Both supports right there with them. Here comes the Ramatra. No more ball.
Yeah, that's a good change. They have 5 ults though.
Rock into the Ramatra. Here comes the Flux. Flux.
Oh my
gets-
god, it's massive. It's gonna be a big high noon. Yeah.
And
it's
it
big.
is the Flux High Noon. This is Washington. Only a minute on the time bank, but damn, they want to try to get it
They
as
are
far as they can.
moving. Alright, so you're gonna be walking into a nano here though. A nano high noon and you only have rally. You're gonna have to maybe play super aggro for a stun. But this is what they did on their attack before. They rolled first and second and they got somewhat held on third.
It's going to be about the rally. There are no other ults for this Washington team. Meanwhile,
Oh my gosh, Rock is
Jackal gets stunned and
They
taken
got
out.
Jackal.
And David
David
goes
is
down.
down too.
The aggression. You called it. They needed to be fast with these picks. They
Yeah,
put
they
the
go for the
nano
picture.
onto nobody. But the stun and rally in the rock,
The
they
rock
want
is
nobody
too.
down. Nobody getting close to annihilation, but he might get chunked out here. Vagabits finds the kill. Riptide just in the middle of this team. Washington, they want it bad. They want to end the series here. Damon
Oh,
finds
what a
something with a
steal.
high noon.
Yeah, they just
Pigeon finds Damon. Jackal trying to TP on, but this is Washington with 3
Warriors-
more points to their name.
They
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, you mentioned New England with the clutch gene. I want to talk about Washington right now.
War
Holy
is
crap.
moving. This is good.
I think we mentioned it once or twice briefly, but the adaptations from these teams I feel like are night and day. Washington continue to adapt and overcome, they identify a problem, quickly turn the tide, make one swap, make one adjustment, even if it's not a character swap. They just understand, okay, listen, this is what they're playing. Let's change our play style. We can continue the comp that we're running. Now, instead of, focusing out ball or trying to do this, let's just go on this Cassidy who has no protection whatsoever. They've been doing tremendous work. And now, New England, this is their last hope, potentially. Their backs are more against the wall than ever. They need to come up big here and send us into double OT.
I like this comp from New England here with the Juno Reaper. Allows them to play at a much faster tempo than they previously could, and they're playing War's playing the Sig here. You're playing Ramatra, you just counter the Sig.
You get to run that Sig down. Oh no. Unless they get picks early, if Oh no goes down, you should immediately expect the Ramatra swap.
One.
Yeah.
Attackers in.
A minute 30 is what they've got. Let's see if New England can keep this series alive. Take us to a map 5. It's going to be hard, but not impossible.
All rotating
Already-
top here. Reaper split out left with the Wu Yang. They're going to be setting up the off angle. What can the Reaper do here? Oh, they
already
TP
took it out.
top?
Oh, no.
Wait, what the TP point? I'm lying.
Wraith is forced out
They
early,
forced
though.
out Bell early. They forced out Bell and TP. Wait, the Sig just
Oh, no,
the high
takes a
ground.
rock. The floating perk for Sig is so helpful. They want to control this high ground. Nobody dropping lower and lower. Sunline on this Freya, able to chunk out Damon, who has to slide back into cover.
Sig is so much poker now, the Sojas.
Jackal coming up on the side, has to use Wraith early, but Riptide low HP. Ramacha with form gets rocked, but oh no,
Sig's just gonna die.
no
He is-
support LOS.
He's fine. They're going to kill the Rom. And Pigeon
And they
finds
get Cuddles.
and they kill the Rom.
This is Washington coming up big here. Jackal still trying to find something, gets one, unable to get another. They have 20 seconds left. Get out as fast as you can. You have one push left. No ults online for either team except the Deadeye, which is coming up pretty quickly.
They're going to have a rush as well. Wait, this wing might get found. Wait, they should push this wing. They should push. Yeah, they should push. Yeah, this wing's dead.
Riptide is
Yeah.
gone, and now you're fighting
Rom's
a
taking
5v4.
so much poke on the engage, and they rock the Rom. Yeah, so it's.
This should be
Yeah.
Washington taking the map. The Deadeye is out to try to clean things up. Are they going to find anything? Jackal goes down. Sunline finds Damon. They've got the rush, and there's nothing that Cuddles can do. That will be your series.
Wow, that
Washington
was an
taking
insane
it.
Series.
What a great series.
That was so fun to watch.
Oh my god, both of these teams played very well, but I think at the end of the day, you have to give Washington the credit there. The adaptations were immaculate.
Yeah, they were able to adapt to whatever the other team threw at them, and then New England just couldn't find that one adaptation that they needed. They had so much pressure coming in from that fray that they weren't able to do something, especially with the Diva ban.
Washington with a big win there. That takes them all the way from 6th to 3rd, knocking New England down from 3rd to 5th.
They overtake us too, I'm pretty sure, because we lost yesterday.
No, you're currently still, because you're 2-0, you have,
No, we
wait,
lost
no.
yesterday. It's not updated. We lost yesterday.
Oh, hold up.
We're,
Yeah, that was
we're
a-
2-1, and
That was a what, 3-1 for
it was a
Louisville?
3-1 yeah. So they're
So
bubble.
now with the proper updated standings, yeah, Washington is now in 2nd place with that win. Chicago in 3rd, Vancouver in 4th, New England still in 5th. These Sapphire standings are very close though. A lot of teams are 7-5, 7-6 with the 2-1 wins. What a great series.
That was so. I just can't get over how fun to watch that was. Like, not gonna lie, that's like perfect not like obviously perfectly played Overwatch, but that's like the Overwatch that you want to see. You want to see the swapping. You want to see the adjustments being made. You want to see the fight planning, and you saw that the whole series.
This is incredible. Your top two teams right now are Lou and War. Both, War had the unfortunate loss week 1, but so far they've been picking it back up, and they have to be a scary team. But I think that's going to be it for us tonight. I don't think there's any other games getting played tonight.
I
But
don't think so.
what a great series. We got to watch out for both of these teams as the season continues. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We have a couple more games later in this weekend. Make sure to tune in for those. I've been Ajax, joined with the awesome Mountain. Any
Sure.
final words?
I mean, I'm just happy to see good Overwatch being played. That's what really matters, after all. And remember, Vancouver Wild does go the best team. We are the best team. So remember that part. Got a self promo. So
Gotta love it. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for coming out. Please make sure to keep an eye out for any more streams and games that happen this weekend. I know we've still got a couple more Emerald and Sapphire games to play. I think Pitt versus Detroit is going to be our next stream game for Ruby. But thank you all for showing up. Have a great rest of your night.